This is fun, Bob. Just putting the news aside, not talking politics, not talking world affairs, just getting ready for football. Listen, we're going to do all that tomorrow. But today is Bronco Media Day. Today we're getting ready for not just the season, but also the first game September 5th. Bob, go ahead. I will give you the honor of introducing our next guest.
All right, our next guest is returning starting quarterback Maddux Madsen, who will be in his third year as a starter this year. So what are you looking forward to most about a third year starting, and where maybe do you think Maddux Madsen third year is going to be better than first year as a starter?
Yeah, first off, I'm just extremely excited. I feel like I've done this long enough now where football season comes around and it's like you get that itch. Like it's go time, and that's what I'm excited for, to start playing football games. I mean, you practice. We're in here January 9th, I think, this year, and from January on you're practicing football, doing certain things, and so when games come, that's a rewarding time. And looking in terms of like what I can do and what I'm looking forward in myself, I just kind of like I've said all day, but just being better. Like I want to allow myself to give guys the ball, allow them to make plays, and that's something I'm extremely excited for, and I know it's a point of emphasis of my own, but it's going to go a long way to help the Broncos win football games.
A lot of new receivers. You're obviously trying to get on the same page with all of them. What are we going to see out of the receiver core? Because a lot of what they can do helps what you can do.
Yeah, 100%. And those guys have been excellent from spring and even summer. This summer has been so cool to see. I mean, 5 days a week, you have guys that are catching routes, and if they're not actually running, or I guess they're running routes, if they're not actually running, they're just catching top ends for us, just to get a general basis and a good understanding of offense, certain things we're teaching. We'll do walkthroughs, meetings, and everyone doesn't complain about it at all. It's like, all right, let's go to work. And I think that's what I'm most excited for, is all the work that's been put in is going to be able to be shown at a national level, which I'm extremely excited for.
Maddux Madsen, quarterback for Boise State. First of all, how you feeling? How's the body feeling?
I'm good. I feel like I'm getting old, but can't say that. I guess I'm.
Don't say that before the season.
22 years old.
No.
My body's in great shape. That's where I'm going with that. I do feel healthy, which is a bonus as always.
Okay, that's good, because a word that we're going to hear a lot today is violence. And a lot of people have said bring the violence. It used to be bring the chaos, and I mean, I'm sure that's still part of it. What does bring the violence mean for a quarterback? Because, forgive me, man. I mean, listen, you could take me out. I don't want you hurt. Nobody in the fan base wants you hurt. We want a healthy Maddux. But how does Maddux play violently and not get hurt?
Yeah, I think in a quarterback's term of violence, it's being violence with the plays that are made. No, I'm not going to go run over a defensive tackle. Like, that's not going to be – I'm not going to go block
you
someone.
want to, though.
I do. There's times I do want to.
Okay.
But get the guys the ball in the hand. Let them be the violent hitters when I can be the violent throw down the field for 50 yards.
Plan on asking some people this, and just is in years past, Boise State's a run first. Boise State's a run heavy. Boise State's a pass first or pass heavy. How would you define this year's Boise State offense?
Honestly, obviously, the last 5 years I've been here,
it's been different all 5 years.
Yeah, it really has. But something I feel like I've came to senses with is, like, to be a really good explosive pass offense, especially with play action game, you got to have an excellent run game, which I know we will, and that's going to be the fun part, is because you could throw the ball 50 times a game and people are going to expect to pass. But if you can run the ball 25 times a game and throw the ball 30 times a game, that's going to be an explosive offense.
For this team to get where it wants, to win a fourth championship in a row, first in the Pac-12, what has to be better on the offensive side than last year?
Yeah, I think, and it's been a huge emphasis, but just the pre-snap penalties. And, I mean, I want to say we led the country in false starts, which is horrendous. You can't run a play if you're jumping off sides, as I guess false starting. But I think with that put us in terrible positions. You're playing first and 15 or second and 15. That's a tough down. So I think that's what we got to avoid, and honestly keep the ball in our hands. When we're best is when we don't turn the ball over, and I feel like that's what we have to do.
I'm all about getting ready for September 5th. What do you see when you look at how do you get ready for Oregon?
Yeah, I think obviously Oregon's this awesome team. They're great, and so I think we can honestly just play our best football, do what we do best. Realistically, if we go play our best football, that gives us the best shot to win. If we go try and play a different version of Boise State football, that's going to hurt us down the line. Let's go play really good football September 5th, and that's been being built, I guess, from January, and even throughout the summer is just completely different. Guys are ready to go to work, and that starts September 5th.
Voice of the Broncos, Bob Behler, myself here at Bronco Media Day. Joining us here at the table from Bronco Nation Update, Nick Wade. Nick, what do you have for Maddux?
Hey, Maddux. You hear a lot of noise, but you flat out win. You're in the top 10 in quarterbacks. The last time Boise State changed conferences and was a favorite to win their inaugural season, Kellen Moore and company came up wide right against TCU, ending their BCS hopes. Are you feeling any pressure to win the inaugural Pac-12 championship and notch your second CFP berth?
Honestly, as far as pressure, I would say no. It's kind of crazy how it's worked the last 3 years. We just end up playing in the conference championship. And I know if you put the Broncos in the conference championship, there's a good chance the Broncos winning, which is awesome. And that's why people come to Boise State, the tradition of excellence to win big-time games. So I wouldn't say I feel any pressure, more excitement for the opportunity to have to play in a new conference and win a fourth conference title.
A lot of pageantry about joining the Pac-12 and leaving the Mountain West. How much of that actually mattered? I mean, honestly.
Honestly, not a lot.
Okay.
It's the same football teams.
Sure.
We played, 6 of the 8 teams last year? It's the same football teams.
But I mean, now instead of playing in Oregon State as a non-conference, now they're a conference. Washington State is a non-conference. Now they're a conference. And then, you kind of picked from the cream of the crop of, I guess, all the you guys were still beating up on each other in the Mountain West. Now you're just going to beat up on each other here in the Pac.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so there's got to be one question I'm going to get you in trouble with. If you had a wish, okay, what team would you want to be the next one to join the conference? Who do you want a shot at on a regular basis? I mean, would you want Boise State to have a shot at on a regular basis going forward?
Just being from Utah, I would say BYU.
Okay.
We played BYU every year when I was being recruited.
Mm-hmm.
And even in 2022, we played them.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we play them when I'm playing football?
Well, I mean, you know they're scared, but I mean, besides that, or they play dirty. I mean, that's just me. That's just my answer for it. But also, the one thing I like about you, and I've seen you out and about. I'm the guy that will see somebody at a coffee shop or or the grocery store and say, "Hey, I know who that is." I'm not going to bother him. But you've also made this place home. I mean, you've been a part of the community and just doing the charity things. That's got to be fun. I mean, when you sit back and go, all right, when you're done with football, is Boise home?
Yes. Me and my wife actually came to that conclusion. We're going to stay here. And it's honestly all pays to this place. I found a home with a great community, and let's stay here for the rest of our life.
Define victory against Oregon besides the scoreboard. Aside from the points, what do you want to come out with?
I would love to come out of that game knowing every single person that had the opportunity to step on the field played their best football. Because with that, I feel like will come something that we want. We want to win that game. And I think the best way to put that is if everyone plays their best, that's all we've got to do.
Maddux, it's been a pleasure. You mentioned your wife. I heard you guys had quite the honeymoon this summer.
Yeah, we got to spend a couple weeks in Europe. It was awesome.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, thank you for making it fun for us to put news aside for the day and just focus on football here. Maddux Madsen, Mad Dog, quarterback, Boise State Broncos. Thank you, man.